today and really got it down. And I separated into two lists. I have my white gangster movies and then my black gangster movies.
Looking racist. I swear to God, you better get the stamp on that. Ding.
Welcome to the Thebluntlab. I am Al. Joined by my brothers Marcus, Julian, and Rick. What's poppin', fellas?
What's up? What up?
Yes.
Doctor.
Yes.
Doctor.
It's been a little bit, so we're trying to get back at it. We've been busy. So we're trying to get things flowing. Guess we'll start with some fun stuff.
Let's
Switch it on over to you, Rick. We'll switch it on over to you.
A little bit of inappropriate fantasy time. Seeing as football is kicking off, gentlemen, are you excited?
Oh, very much so.
Second favorite sport, right behind mixed martial art.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's something to consider. I'll keep that in mind. So with that said, we're gonna be drafting next week, gentlemen. I was trying to find out, of course, just for everyone listening and watching, who you guys are planning on drafting.
Oh, well, I'll tell you right off, Rick. Rick. My first pick is going to be Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
My second pick is going to be Tua.
Be careful with that, because that's what Boost is talking right now.
Might be A-Chain.
Oh shit! Well, you go for the trio.
You just mad because you lost last year, two of those guys.
You know what? That is very disrespectful, sir.
That's like all those guys that Tom Brady beats that goes to New England. You know what I mean? That's kind of that sounds like to me. What about you, Jew? What's your strategy? Who are you planning on drafting? I won't pick him up. I ain't like Al over there. I ain't gonna try to grab your play.
Oh shit! Turn your mic on. Oh shit! MIB got you silenced, bro. MIB has you silenced. Oh,
you just gave it all the way. You see that?
No. Oh shit! Juju's talking all that shit over there. We can't hear. Oh no. We are experiencing technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
While he does his little fix some shit stuff, Marcus, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You still feel a little butthurt from the end of basketball fantasy?
Oh no, basketball went well. Football, that was bullshit, man. Fucking Amari Cooper decides to have a career day. First week of the playoffs, I'll never forgive him, man.
Playing that shit on Al. He did that voodoo to you.
He might have.
He was definitely
proud
about you.
I told y'all I'm petty. I'm petty and I'm a sore loser.
You guys want to? You guys want to try to drop some dollars on who's gonna get what orders in the draft?
Well, look, we need to work something out to where I get the first pick in the draft. I'm tired of not getting the first pick in the draft.
First pick,
that is some bullet.
I wouldn't mind the last pick.
I can't help but notice every season I've been on, the first pick of the draft goes to a white person.
Oh shit!
There he goes.
Anyway,
he goes.
He's thinking. Can y'all hear me?
There
we go. Welcome back to the party.
I don't know what the hell happened.
You were in the middle of telling us who you had your eyes on, who you're planning on drafting.
I ain't telling y'all. Y'all gonna have to see who I draft. We playing for money. I ain't giving away no strategies, nothing. Y'all gonna see.
Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see.
Well, that's fair.
Just gonna put it on auto draft and pick whoever the ESPN tells you to take.
No. I know who I'm looking to draft. Y'all just gonna have to find out and see.
I like it. You guys want to put some extra money on any of the draft day stuff? Like projections, who ESPN projects us in what orders? I was thinking a couple little somethings. Put some
I'm gonna put y'all extra money. Y'all gonna end up taking a nigga. Taking him in my money. Taking him in my money.
Because this $20 is already taken out of my weed money. So I ain't saying shit. I mean, with the exception of, I'm letting y'all know. Last year, I told y'all if someone takes Patrick Mahomes over me, what was gonna happen? You saw what happened. I mean, granted, he had a decent year, but you saw what happened. So if y'all want to play game, y'all want to play games.
Al, you're my big brother. I love you. Yeah. am able to pick Patrick Mahomes, and I'm doing it. I'm just letting you know. And if you put voodoo on me, then that just shows where we're at, bro. You're supposed to be your first pick out. Put voodoo on me.
Who was your first pick last year, Marcus? Who was your first pick last year?
I think Jalen Hurts, which was decent.
That's right. You went deep on the Philly. That's right. You went deep on the Philly roster.
Yeah, I'm a big Lamar fan.
He's an undercover Eagle fan.
I don't know if it's undercover, bro. I don't think it's undercover no more. I might like the Eagles, bro.
I'm just not cool with Philly. Like, fuck the Eagles. I always say that.
Not more than the Giants, but I don't hate them like I hate the Cowboys. That's the thing. I will not draft the Cowboys. I don't give a shit.
Maybe CeeDee in the Cowboys.
Like maybe CeeDee, but nah, I'm getting on all that.
Rico Dotto, that's it. Man. Rico Dotto, that's it. That's the only Cowboy we represent around here.
I feel that.
Yep.
It's like it's a weird season, man. Because like a lot of the top receivers don't have good quarterbacks. You know, like Jefferson and Devontae Adams. Like, what the fuck are they gonna be able to produce?
Dude, even the rookie Malik doesn't have a good quarterback.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is a sneaky one though, because Kyler can throw that shit, and he's going to be the number one guy. So I mean, I don't know. There's a few guys that like are obvious, and then there's some sleepers like C.J. Stroud last year for me was fucking huge. And like
the Ravens better
drafted.
Ravens better win it all with them. They picked up Derrick Henry. They got 2 running backs back there now.
They're going to be another great regular season team that doesn't do shit in the playoffs. I mean, let's be honest. That's
like
what they
the Dolphins
do constantly. Yeah,
like the Dolphins.
But Lamar's had a lot more opportunity there. Let's just throw it out there. He's had way more years to do it and still hasn't done it.
Hey, my team ain't going to see the playoffs in 10 years, so I enjoyed it while it lasted. New England. I enjoyed it while it lasted.
Oh, whoa.
I'm from New England, so.
A great foundation of Julie and I's relationship for the last 12 years is the fact that he's a Pats fan and I'm a Dolphins fan.
Well, I can only imagine how he feels about Giant fans. I mean, shit.
I hate the Eagles and Cowboys more. Giants haven't done anything ever. Well, they've had Eli, but anything besides that, what have they done? They had Lawrence Taylor.
Man, usually Marcus and Rick are the disrespectful ones, but
no, I'm saying that's 2 Super Bowls, so like
Julian about to jump in the disrespect category. What?
Eli Manning.
I mean, that's
they got Eli. Yeah, Eli. I didn't become a fan of Eli till the second year we were making that run for the Super Bowl. And we weren't supposed to be there. That's when I became an Eli fan. Because with 2 minutes left in the game, you want the ball in Eli's hands. Because, I mean, for some reason, earlier in the game, the man is like, for the lack of a better word, I don't want to use the R word, but
he's slow.
He's restarted.
But with 2 minutes left, it's like something just kicks right in. And he's like, yo, I got this. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's over guys like Peyton. That's over guys like Tom. That's over guys like Big Ben. Like with 2 minutes left in the game, I was like, all right, let's give this shit to Eli and watch this motherfucker work some magic. But other than that, the first year, that was our running game, our defense. That's what really won us the Super Bowl. But second time around.
You fucked with the Giants?
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Yes,
Eli
sir.
making mistakes was major in that playoff. The first playoff run, the undefeated Pats. Him not making mistakes was major.
Eli was a dog.
Yeah, man.
He's a Hall of Famer, dude. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, the numbers aside, dude got 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
And as a Giant fan, I used to be given shit as to where the Giants played ball. And because I live in Jersey now, I mean, I think it's time for the Giants to change their name to the New Jersey Giants.
But we're the New Jersey Jets.
Yeah.
So are the Giants.
Yeah.
You don't play in New York.
Yeah, they play in the middle.
You play in Jersey. Yeah. That shit's in Jersey. That shit's not in New York. I mean, there's plenty of places in New York that you could have played, but you play in Jersey. Yeah. You need to kick the Jets out. Let the Jets go find their own fucking way. Mm-hmm. That garbage team is just a fucking, just get them the fuck out of the building. They don't even need to be there.
Yeah, fuck those folks.
They can switch their names too. They're called the New York Jets and the New York Giants. Both teams don't play in New York.
Hey, bringing that up, the Patriots can go anywhere in New England. I mean, they're the New England Patriots. If they really wanted to, they can go anywhere up in New England.
You mean that? Well,
it's pretty dope.
Don't they practice in Rhode Island or something? Or have like a training camp out there?
They got a practice field somewhere. Yeah, somewhere out there.
The Giants used to play in New York though, back in the day.
Any predictions?
Browns and shit.
Realistic predictions on Super Bowl winners? Now that preseason's basically done, there's a couple more games.
I'm gonna keep saying it till he retires. I want Lamar to win a ring. So I don't have nothing against the Chiefs or Mahomes or none of them, but goddamn, they're like the Warriors now. I hate seeing them. I just hate seeing them.
My wife is not going to like hearing that, Julian.
No, they're good.
My wife is
they're amazing,
not going to like hearing it. She is a big
niggas out of here.
Patrick Mahomes is her favorite light-skinned nigga next to me. You know what I'm saying? So
I've heard such things.
That's funny as hell.
I like to see the Chiefs get the three-peat, man. Make it
me too.
No, they can't be the first ever. I see the Chiefs
repping the AFC. I see the Chiefs repping the AFC. As far as the NFC,
Detroit, sleeper.
Hey, let's be real, though. Would Mahomes be the GOAT if he's the first ever to pull off a three-peat?
Yeah.
No.
He's the GOAT.
He's still got a little.
I'm a New England fan, and I just brought that up. So
I'm saying that's 4 Super Bowls.
That's 4 already within what, like 6 years, 7 years. He already got them 4.
And he's not even 30 yet.
Gets a 3.
He's not even 30.
Let's see. Now, like Tom had longevity. Tom did it. Tom did it with multiple core units.
It's true.
So now, outside of a couple of small, changes in offense or whatnot, for the most part, he's had the same unit, same coaches. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Tom had Belichick that whole time. Well, not even the whole time. At the beginning, it was, what's his name? Came down here to Miami to our front office, destroyed us, ourselves. So, but at the end of the day, it was still Belichick learned all that shit from ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
We agree on that. Now, what Tom did is he took a completely different course, like 3 or 4 different times, pretty much, like where he took different receivers, different tight ends. He did it with multiple lines. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would probably be where Patrick needs to be able to show anything to be GOAT.
He gave names to guys that didn't have names.
Right.
Essentially. We would not have known who those guys were had it not been for what Tom's doing with them. And I mean, for a long time, Marcus and I used to have the discussion.
About them white boys? You talking about all them white boys?
We used to have the discussion like, hey, is Tom Brady a system quarterback or is this dude the beast? When he left New England, he proved without a fucking doubt that he is not a system quarterback. And he, in fact, is a fucking beast. My sister's not going to like hearing me say that, but I have to give credit where credit is due.
I want to be fair to the argument. Tom Brady's first 2 or 3 Super Bowls, that was all defense. So he was there.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing anything really.
He didn't lose him the game.
Now, once Randy Moss got there and he started breaking,
that's back when defense was relevant, though.
Yeah,
defense is you can't do nothing now on defense. They just had a brand new tackling rule. Come on, bro, what are we doing?
And they won games with Randy, but they didn't win the big one.
No,
right.
And Rick, to your point, with the longevity, he had a 10-year stretch where he didn't win anything. At the beginning of his career, they were winning a lot, and the end of New England into Tampa. I think if Mahomes gets 3 straight, 4 overall, and he's not even 30, I guess Brady would be the GOAT until Mahomes retires. But I feel like it's a foregone conclusion at that point.
It all depends
on Mahomes. He won it this year. Why can't they win it next year?
Well, I'm trying to see Mahomes go to another team and win a bowl first year. How about that?
Mahomes will end up in New York. There you have it.
Hey,
or LA with how profitable he is.
To be fair, we don't deserve him. To be fair, we don't deserve Patrick because we don't build teams the right way. So I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes have to do what Saquon Barkley did the last 6 years.
To you switching on that, I was watching Hard Knocks when they were covering the Giants. It was a little bit boring, but it kind of gave me a little bit of insight on what they were doing. One, Saquon, we didn't value Saquon. even though Mara didn't want Saquon to leave, I don't think anyone else valued Saquon the way Mara did. And by signing Jones and giving Jones the money they did, you kind of let Saquon know that, hey, peace out.
No, well, that's definitely a sign of disrespect.
I hope he can stay healthy.
And honestly, stay healthy. If the quarterback's worth it, it makes sense. Like on paper, I'm going to value a quarterback over a running back, but you got to look at the players though. Daniel Jones has done nothing to deserve that contract he got. You pay Saquon, and then you make Daniel Jones prove it again. Like, hey, dude, we'll franchise you. If you ball out, hey, well, I guess we're gonna break the bank for you.
And then if Daniel Jones continues to do ass, they're gonna ship him away and have him to continue to pay him all this money.
Right. Well, or if you're gonna spend the money on a quarterback, go get a good one. I'm sure Saquon would have been all right if they would have put somebody good back there for him, not just like what sophomore year. That was his sophomore year when he got that contract, right?
Jameis Winston.
And it shows they don't value him either because they put in the contract a 2-year out. So they don't even believe in him. So
once Jameis got the glasses,
why give him the contract?
Right. No, I'm with you. Especially if they're going to leave.
Yeah, and I mean, but the moves that they made between the defense, drafting Malik Neighbors and all that stuff, I mean, it looks good.
Next year is our year, bro. Next year we'll have an actual quarterback.
All right, Dallas.
And another signing that did make sense to me is the Drew Lock signing. Like, really? What has Drew Lock proven that you needed to give him that kind of money? As to where you have Danny DeVito Jr. in his second year, knows the system. He isn't that bad of a quarterback.
I like Cutlets, right? I like Tommy Cutlets. I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? But yet you signed Drew Lock. What the fuck is this dude proving?
He beat us last year. Maybe they saw that was like, yo, Drew Lock might be the guy. I don't know. He looked good in Seattle last year, to be fair. He played okay.
Come on.
He played okay. No, I know. I'm saying, like, that's how you value it. You know,
but would you pay a construction worker $500 million to? He might finish my house. He might not. But
no, never not.
Fucking guy.
I'm saying, this is what the Giants do, though. Like the Giants literally do this every year. Like they gotta do some shit. They're gonna be like, why did they do that? And then, like, I don't think Drew Lock should even be the backup, bro. To be fair, and the contract they gave him, they could get rid of him. That's not like, oh my God, they're paying him $50 million a year. They're paying this dude like $3 or $4 million. They could let him go, and it's not gonna fucking hurt anything. Trade him to Minnesota. Trade him to somebody that's quarterback's hurt.
But to seriously go back to your question, Rick, like, Josh Allen did very well for me in the draft, last season. But seeing how he has nobody but Kincaid and Knox this year, I don't know. So I'm kind of hoping that Josh requests a trade to the New York Giants.
Got DeMar Hamlin.
I got bigger fingers.
God damn!
Yeah.
Hey, not to the Giants, but real talk. There is a circling impression that Josh wants this guy fired. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. He's this guy fired.
Coach?
And that's kind of some speculation that it's going to be one of the two of them by the end of the season.
He could come to New York, though.
Josh, you'll still be in New York, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? His coach, his coach that made him a superstar is in New York as the head coach. I mean, it makes sense. I'd trade a couple first for him.
I'll make some decisions for the New York Giants front office. We're willing to give up Danny Jones the next 2 to 3, 4 years of draft picks if you want.
Oh no, I'll only give him to Mike Dick.
No, because then you don't have enough to build around Josh at that point. It goes back to the same thing that we've discussed.
We have enough now. We just got to sign these young bucks.
Let's give him
like 2 firsts. Sign these young bucks. Yeah, 2 firsts. We'll give you 2 firsts and Danny Jones. Look,
I see Jones going somewhere warmer. And he'd be good in it. He'd be good in an LA market. He'd be good in probably be. You know where I like him too? It's kind of weird to say this. I think he would fit in that team real good. We'll see though. We'll see how this season goes. If Miami doesn't shit the bed at the end of the season, I'm not even going to blame shit on injuries.
Yeah,
the only one who was 100% at the end of the season was fucking Tua. So there you go. But it is nice.
You asked us.
Tua got paid. Bro. Yeah. Tua got paid.
Yeah, you got paid. You asked us who we're going to draft. Who do you have in mind? I mean, I know I'm taking some of your guys. Did you have anybody?
I don't think it's a secret I like to pick up my Dolphins. I think everyone knows that. So honestly, I can talk about those parts of the picks. It is nice knowing that, considering everybody who's on here's teams are shitty and mine's good. It's kind of cool. I like that this year because for 3 decades
you just jumped on the disrespectful bandwagon with
3 decades. It's not the case. You know what I mean?
I can't even argue.
I can't argue with you.
You can't even argue.
The whole reason I play fantasy is because my team was ass for so long, and I wanted to still enjoy football. Like I was tired of being pissed off every week. You know what I mean? So that's it. There's some other ones that I'm looking at in the areas different than how I picked last year a little bit. For those of you guys who don't know, listening, I did beat all these punk asses last year. It goes to show, I say it all the time, it's about the end of the year. Those guys that are
undefeated until I literally forgot about the fantasy.
1, 2, 3. Regular season don't matter, dog. I'm telling you, it's really those last 3
How do you get to
weeks,
playoffs?
The last 3 weeks of the regular season, so you can determine where you land in the playoffs, and then those playoff games. It's the and usually the guys that have the best records are the guys that have teams that start to sit their players at the end of the season, and that it happens every year. So that's my tidbit on that. It's always what happens. That's why I started cycling through players towards the end of the season that were on teams. This would be my last little tip. The teams that are scrambling to get into the playoffs in the NFL are the ones that you need to be looking at their players because they're going to play high caliber offense trying to score. Bottom line. And it's not even that hard of a strategy. It's just not what people think. They got names and et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of people think about teams that are going to win. You can look at players on teams that have no chance at winning and actually score a lot of points with them. That's another thing people overlook too. They're like, but that team is ass. So I don't care if they lose every week. You know what I mean? Like, that's why some guys don't have a problem drafting guys on the teams that they don't really like, for those reasons. That's it. I'm really looking forward to it, though. I'm looking forward to the draft next week, and it's firing up the season. That
shit's fun, man. That was my first year last year. It's so fun.
Mine too.
I can't wait.
That shit was dope.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely loved having you guys on. And as far as the draft,
before you go, I'm winning. Just know that, Rick. Hey, man, shout out to you. Coming for that crown, bro.
I said I want that belt, dog. I want that belt.
I need it. I gotta have it. I got to. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What else as far as football is concerned? I think that kind of works out for this week. Yeah.
Speaking of football, Dallas, get rid of Jerry Jones. Been long overdue.
Facts.
I mean, Jerry Jones is essentially...
He's the curse. He is the curse.
He's it. Yep.
They've had all the talent for the past 20 years, best O-line or D-line, everything, and they get beat first round of playoffs every year. Sold this over. I'm not changing my mind.
He shares the same mental capacity as what's his name?
Joe Biden.
I mean, that's it. There you go. There you go. Thank you. His name escaped me out there. There you go. That's exactly.
Oh shit. Jerry Jones, Joe Biden, NFL.
Both those cats. They just need to just put it up.
They both survived the fucking extinction. Like, holy crap.
You know what I'm saying?
Gang's fantastic, fellas. I love that.
I just need to about that. Just wrap it up. Wrap it up.
No, honestly. I hate Dallas, but bro, if y'all want to do something, get all the Cowboys players, coaches, y'all go to his house with moving trucks and just be like, time to go to Cabo.
And bro, he still ain't paid Dak. He still ain't paid CeeDee Lamb, and he still ain't paid Michael Parsons.
And he's Birdman people. He's pulling Birdmans on his player. Come on,
we gonna wait until you can't pay all three of them. Because had you paid these motherfuckers,
he's gonna wait till he's dead.
They're gonna lose at least one of them.
That's what that dirty old racist white man does all the time.
No.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't he at that school like not wanting black folk to come to their school?
Yes, he was.
He was just a bystander. Why were you there,
Dak,
bro?
Hey, Dak, go throw football in practice. Go, inaccurate pass. Oh,
shit, man. Nah, that's real shit, G.
We do not condone violence.
Jerry Jones,
not condone violence on Jerry
against racists and terrorists and pedophiles. We do.
He's definitely been what's holding them back, man. Because they had dynasties in the 90s.
Like, bruh,
they've had great teams for the last 30 years.
Bro, the devil has the hold of that organization until he dies. I swear.
Just think of this. Had he given Jimmy Johnson what he wanted as a coach, we wouldn't be talking about Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. We'd be talking about Jimmy Johnson and Troy Aikman.
Bro, they had, and think about it, historically, Cowboys have had some of the most talented players in league history
ever.
Like,
right.
They've got a lot of the top 50 players. They've got a bunch of those dudes, man.
All they played there at least for a while. Yeah, everybody's gotten done with time there. That's any book.
No, you mean
right? Tony Romo's IQ was so high. That boy, people sleep on Tony Romo just because he was a Cowboy, and people hate Cowboys. So
he was good up until the last minutes.
I think Julian is secretly in love with the Cowboys, bro. You talk about them more than a Cowboy.
Yeah, Marcus is an Eagle fan,
right?
But Julian is a Cowboy fan.
You a Patriots fan, right?
And no, Al is a Chiefs fan. Though I will give Al a Chiefs fan nod.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. With all the terrible decisions that the Giants have made, and look, I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan because I love the sport of football.
He's so good.
And Patrick Mahomes, the way we talk about basketball and Michael Jordan is the way we talk about football and Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. You want to watch this guy play the game.
Yeah,
this dude
electric,
is just,
bro. It's electric.
He's nasty. Let's know what's going behind the back passes
for the first down. Now all of a sudden it's a.
That's why there's no holding.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard for me not to be a fan. Andy Reid is a phenomenal coach. He's a good guy.
He's a funny guy. He just wants a cheeseburger, you know.
The fastest kid in the draft in Xavier Worthy.
They got
Hollywood Brown.
They got them another Tyreek
Hill. Yeah, you got two of these motherfuckers now. They can just straight burn people. You still got Kelsey.
Those two burners,
Isaiah Pacheco,
Rashee Rice, whatever the fuck.
I mean, he'll play at some point this year. I mean,
he should be suspended, kick the fuck out.
But I'm saying,
but look, Pacheco, y'all don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to say this. I'm not going to say his name because Pacheco has help. That's all I'm going to say. All right, we just talked about those fast receivers. Pacheco has help.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't count the Chiefs out.
I'm talking about
even though they got some new.
You can't no more.
Anyway.
Maybe Christian McCaffrey.
I'm gonna let y'all know. Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey. Oh, you sir?
Al, I already let you. Oh, perfect. You don't need him.
Oh, fuck. No, I said that.
I'm still going to draft. I'm still going to draft. I'll put him on injury reserve. If anybody takes my guys, I'm letting you know.
I'll say this. I'm going to poach at least one player from each one of y'all squads, and I have them memorized, so I know what everybody has.
If you tell us who you plan on drafting, then we can avoid that. I mean, just
I didn't tell you who I'm drafting.
Well,
let's know that I'm drafting the best team. That's all I can say.
Yeah, the voodoo don't count. The voodoo don't count if we don't know who you're drafting.
Right. I was about to put a damn ghost in here and shit.
We shouldn't be putting voodoo on each other there. That's what I'm saying.
It's only poaching if the rhino is not trying to attack you, dog.
I don't know if you guys in here, but I told you guys I am a sore loser.
No, boy.
I am petty. And I'm light skinned. All right. So if you take what I already think is mine, I'm gonna be offended. And I'm going to act accordingly. I'm already chanted in my mind, dog. I'm already chanted.
You can make trades. You guys...
make trades. Ain't no such thing as trades for me, man. Just let me get my guys.
Al is 9,000 steps ahead.
All of demon time. Holy shit.
Look, I already got the dolls set up. I got the salt set up. I already got the candles lit.
You got the voodoo dolls ready?
The shit don't go down.
I'm going to be praying to all gods.
Would you guys have an interest in this real quick? That alongside of our league, we concurrently we kind of do a beta test on a league where we draft a team. So we could be the same 8 of us. We could bring up as many as 32 if more people wanted to beta it with us. But effectively, you draft a team. So we have like a manual draft.
The Eagles,
right? Exactly. And then all season long, that's your team. You put your starters are from that team. Whoever you put up, and then you know what I mean. And then obviously, who drafts what teams is based on that lotto pick system. Well, it's only one round.
I got dibs. I got dibs on Kansas City.
I put it together. I seen that. I got the Ravens. I might check out the Yahoo app too because a lot of people boast about the Yahoo app, and I feel like if we're gonna beta test another league, let's do it on the Yahoo app so it keeps the two separate from each other. One, and we can see if we like Yahoo better than ESPN.
True. Okay,
so those are two things on mine.
The Lions are going to be sneaky dangerous this year.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're not sneaking up on nobody.
If we stop trying to go for 2, I mean, yeah.
Before we move forward, I was watching. I don't know if you guys got a chance to catch it, but Receivers on Netflix. So I got a closer look at Devontae Adams, my man from Detroit, Amon-Ra.
Oh, he's pretty nasty.
Yeah. He's nice.
Yeah, that dude's a beast. Justin Jeffries. That series was pretty good. You get a pretty close look at how frustrated Devontae Adams is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or was. I don't know how.
I seen a clip. I don't know how it is now. He was like, I can't do this shit no more.
That's why I like that's why I always promoted to you guys the Hard Knocks thing. It was easy for me to watch it because it was Dolphins last year, and I had never watched it before. But having watched it, like if you even remotely want to get inside of what it's like to be a football team in a facility and what their like day to day going to work life is like, and their personal as well, it definitely makes them more human, as we would say. Like it makes them more human.
Right on,
but that's all I really have for fantasy and for football. Al, what else you got for us for sports?
Sweet.
I'm excited, man.
So before I switch it off, we'll wrap it up with that. So before I pass it on to Marcus, short teaser. Next week, we'll probably one of our topics is going to be what's the expression? Toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity. That's a good topic.
How it could lead.
That don't exist.
How it could lead to bad decisions, violence, and murder.
Oh, and like what the line is between toxic, not.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Last episode, I really couldn't get into what was going on with the personal stuff because at the time it was just making me angry. So I made mention of someone close to us losing his daughter to a toxic male who couldn't let go. I've got some other clips. Once I'm home base, we'll have some videos of another toxic situation.
Mine's kind of similar to crazy people, though. I can't really label it like toxic masculinity. I mean, people are just crazy.
Yeah. But it's the expression people like to use, so it's just easier to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Well, it's a batch of behaviors. It's a batch of behaviors that can sort of be put into that. That's fine. It's just a way to label it.
Yeah.
That's some coward shit too, bro.
Yeah.
Some real cowardly shit.
Yeah, so the funeral, I was just at the funeral. It was really sad. It was really...
Condolences, brother.
Yeah, it was just some heavy energy. But we'll discuss that topic next week. But moving on over to some lighter things, the distraction, as we like to call it.
Yeah, man.
We'll go to Marcus's top fives. This week we are covering top 5 gangster movies.
Yeah,
now that's basically everyone's personal opinion on their top 5. So that way everyone listening, the 3 fans know what's going on and want to participate. If you have a top 5 yourself, please comment. If you're watching right now, like, subscribe, share. How you doing? All right, Marcus, what you got, bro?
Listen, this top 5 was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be initially. I was like,
we always say that, don't we?
But, yeah, this is difficult. I'm gonna start with some honorable mentions, and then my 5 is not in any particular order. It's just the 5 that I came up with. So my honorable mentions, I've got Boys in the Hood, Hoodlum. That one was tough to not put in. Menace to Society. I don't know. To me, it kind of felt like it was. And King of New York. I don't know if y'all remember that movie. Christopher Walken and shit. That movie's fucking
Lawrence Fishburne was a young cat in that movie too.
And old boy from CSI, was it Miami Caruso? Wasn't he in that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The redhead, yeah. Okay, so my list, no particular order. I got Goodfellas. I got The Departed, Scarface, Sugar Hill, and I got The Godfather as a series. Like, I didn't want to just pick one in particular. They all kind of go together, so that's my 5. No particular order.
Well, Julian is our guest. You're
no particular order. I got Scarface, Menace to Society, Reservoir Dogs. This is a comedy one, but don't be a menace in South Central while drinking orange juice. Hey, I mean, technically a gangster movie. It's a comedy gangster movie. So what was that, 4? And then The Godfather.
Not a bad list. Not a bad list.
I forgot about Reservoir Dogs. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a very good one. That's a very good one. Ricky Ricardo.
Disclaimer, as I always have them. We don't really have a definition of what a gangster movie is. We had this discussion
talking about this before we got on.
We had some time zone issues today, everyone. So we had a little extended amount of time to be able to speak on this matter. I mean, it was like most Westerns kind of as a gangster movie, or it's a gangster movie just because like it talked about a gang. Like Julian tried to tell me Training Day is a gangster movie. Like that's a cop movie,
I didn't.
Dog. Like
I said that was on the list. That I was looking them up, and
it's
then they threw that on like the gangster movies. I was like,
fair enough.
Yeah, it's more gangster cop, more.
That was gangster shit, man. Movies. So,
they were labeling some movies on there that weren't gangster movies.
That King Kong is special. But anyways, I digress. So I'll start off with my honorable mentions too, Mr. Marcus, because I was like, damn, this is kind of tricky. First one actually is the series Sons of Anarchy, motherfucker. That's one of the best, most gangster series ever. And two honorable mentions. They didn't make it in my top 5, but I enjoy them a lot. A newer one, Den of Thieves. That was kind of a fun one.
Oh, okay. That was on my list. That was on my list.
And the other honorable mention is one that I just watched so many times growing up. I really liked it a lot for some reason. Time Casino. Casino kind of explore. I like the ones that are kind of loosely based on true stories, and that's kind of based on like when the gangsters went out to Vegas and like started what we know as the Strip. Really, you know what I mean? So a shot out there. Somehow Departed too. Departed on that list. You know, it's got that Irish theme to it. I got family from them parts, and names were said in that movie, so it sticks to the heart pretty good. And Boondock Saints. That's another. That's what it's all about. All the gangs, they're just more of the European gangs. It's a little bit different. It's not in the hood, so it's the hood, but it's different kind of hood, you know. And on that list, Donnie Brasco, for a cop,
that's a good
gangster one. He kind of gets into the mafia from the angle of an undercover cop who gets in too deep, you know. I like that one a lot growing up. And American Gangster. Another one that's kind of loosely based on
Frank,
based on Frank Lucas, and that whole time period of shit, and a lot of the stuff that happened there kind of happened. That's a good one. It also showed how the fuck they basically are killing America right now. This fucking fentanyl. And last and certainly not least, Heat. To represent all out, Heat was one that I've always enjoyed. That's one of my favorite gangster movies. I know it probably falls a little bit in line with more of that cop gangster, and maybe they don't wear colors, but those robbery gangs are gangs to me, baby.
Oh, hell to the yeah, dude. Hell to the yeah.
I forgot about American Gangster, man. I had Hoodlum, and I know it's like similar, because I don't. Is Hoodlum about Frank Lucas as well?
Not about Frank Lucas, but a young Bumpy Johnson.
Yes,
a young Bumpy Johnson.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because you know how Frank Lucas was working for Bumpy.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, Bumpy was working for somebody else.
Yeah.
You got to start in the game low and come out.
That was his come up. Yeah.
That was his come up.
Ooh, Narcos is a good show.
Yeah,
dang, I didn't even think of that. That just came to me.
That cartel shit, that's a gang. Cartel is a gang.
Oh yeah.
Organized crime.
I did say Goodfellas, right?
You did.
I did say that on my list. Okay.
I don't know.
I have it listed. I hope I said it.
Goodfellas is one that really spotlights Joe Pesci's ability to be a real dick. I mean, I like watching Joe Pesci be a dick, especially because he got that whole Napoleon complex thing going on and everything. Usually, you know what I mean? Like, and the way they fucked him up in Casino. Y'all seen Casino, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just went around like butcher and terrorizing. And the way they took him and his brother out, that shit was just sick. Up the cornfield like that. That's sick.
Well, when you told me about this list, I literally really didn't have time because we've been busy. So I jumbled today and really got it down, and I separated into 2 lists. I have my white gangster movies and then my black gangster movies.
Fucking racist. I swear to God, you better get the stamp on that. Ding.
So we're going to start with the white,
Segregist. Seconds.
Man, I get it out the way.
White man can't jump.
For me. Number 5 for me is Scarface. I certainly couldn't leave that.
I knew everybody was going to say Scarface. I literally took Scarface off the list because of that.
Oh, I could never take Scarface off the list. Number 4, The Departed. I mean, can't leave that movie out. Number 3, Goodfellas. Number 2, The Godfather Part 2.
Oh,
and number 1, The Godfather.
Why does everybody go to Part 2, bro? Why everybody brings up Part 2 all the time? Like, I didn't like De Niro. I don't know.
Part 2, The Godfather, probably would have been number 1 for me, but without number 1, you wouldn't have got Part 2. But that's why I put it in that particular order. Now, for my blacklist, not in a negative way, my honorable mentions. Fresh. I don't know if y'all ever saw Fresh.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Sam Jackson.
Was that from the
He's
90s?
not the lead. He's not the lead
Juice?
in that movie. Juice is one of my honorable mentions too.
Oh,
Juice is one of my honorable mentions as well.
I didn't know
Dead
like
Presidents.
Oh, Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents with Red Fox's grandson.
Lorenz.
Yes, sir.
And young Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Smoking
Paid
that
in
stuff.
full.
Oh, Paid in
He
full.
always smoking that stuff.
Yeah.
Paid in Full, one of my...
Damn it, I forgot about Paid in Full.
Yes, sir. Baby Boy. Now,
come on, man.
Gangster shit was happening.
Anything with goddamn Tyrese in it, and it's called a gangster movie. Man. Come on,
dude.
Don't do it like
Baby Boy.
That's one of the best lines, though.
Dude, Baby Boy
It
was more gangster than, what was the other one that he did? Waist Deep. Waist Deep was a little soft. So that certainly couldn't.
About Four Brothers. That was kind of gangster.
In Too Deep, Four Brothers. I can give you a bunch.
In Too Deep.
Yeah.
In Too Deep is in my top 5. That's number 4 on my list. In Too Deep is number 4 on my list.
Belly is another one that I missed. I got to put that on my honorables.
Belly and Sugar Hill. I didn't know what to put in number 5, so I had Belly and Sugar Hill there.
Okay.
I personally think Sugar Hill is a better movie, but Belly is one of those movies that,
it's classic. It's one of those ones I'll put on. I consider it a comfort movie. It's in my regular rotation. Like, I'll probably watch it 6 times a year. Right up there with Scarface.
But before I finish my top 5, Set It Off was also one of my honorable mentions. And then another Lawrence Fishburne movie, Deep Cover.
Y'all might lose me here in a second. My phone's at 1%.
Wow.
Oh, no.
One assignment.
So thank you for joining.
One fucking job.
Thank you for joining us, Julius. Thank you for joining us, Julian. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Deep Cover, Set It Off, Fresh, Baby Boy, Paid in Full, Dead President's Juice. Those were my honorable mentions. Now, again, I didn't know what to fit in at number 5, so, I had Belly and Sugar Hill. Number 4, In Too Deep. Number 3, American Gangster, hands down. Number 2, New Jack City.
Jack.
Mm-hmm. And number 1, Boys in the Hood. Now, Menace to Society didn't make the top 5, but it was going to be one of my honorable mentions. There was another one that I missed out on, too, that I couldn't think off the top of my head that I was missing out on. But Clarence Williams III, may he rest in peace, is in 2 of these movies, Deep Cover and Sugar Hill.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dude.
Awesome acting, man. Tell us from the hood, bro. Tell us from the hood.
Oh, Tell us from the hood, yes.
Oh, you want the shit.
I got the shit.
But
the shit.
Clarence has an awesome monologue in Sugar Hill. Marcus and I used to have this particular monologue memorized, like word for fucking word, to the point where Marcus's lady thought it was a comedy until she saw the movie. And when she saw the movie, she was like, motherfuckers, you guys are monsters.
You bald-headed demon.
He's fucking dying in the scene. I'm like, hey, look.
That shit was funny, man. He's sorry. That shit was hilarious.
You felt what he was trying to deliver in this scene. But I mean, look, when you're getting high like me and Marcus used to, you just can't help reenacting this scene. You know what I'm saying?
It came just off comical, bro.
It did.
Not him,
especially
just the scene, just the ambiance of it. It all felt very funny. But his
like when
acting wasn't.
Oh, his acting was phenomenal. It's like when that heron hit his blood, he was like, whoop. Oh God. And he leans back, bro. And that shit just starts shaking.
Oh,
so every time me and Marcus would be smoking weed, we hit that weed like, and just start seizing, boy.
Oh,
and when his lady saw this movie, she was like, "You guys are fucking monsters, man." She's like, "This whole time, I thought this was a comedy." Like, nah, man. Nah, this was some serious shit right there. Some serious shit right here. But man, awesome actor, awesome movie. That is our top 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have a top 5 list, feel free to share. I know there's some gangster movies we missed. Gangs in New York.
Oh yeah.
Gangs in New York is another gangster movie that was good.
I would have had to know my list out.
Yeah.
The Sopranos.
They were also slaves too.
So the Sopranos, I didn't put them in.
It was on my series list.
I should have done a series as well, like a separate
one.
And
if you're gonna toss in a series, man, one that gets slept on and doesn't really get mentioned a lot is Boardwalk Empire. If no one has seen Boardwalk Empire, treat yourself.
Yeah,
certainly treat yourself to that.
Well, I mean, it's easy for a guy in Jersey to say that. I mean, it's like,
and at the time I was watching the show, I used to hate Jersey. I used to hate Jersey. Now here I am. But I'll say this: I prefer living in Jersey opposed to New York. Even though I was born in New York, raised in New York.
They're not far from the city, though. If you need
no, they're not far. And that's not to say Jersey's not full of dumbasses too. I mean, everywhere you go, there's going to be a bunch of dumbasses, but
that's facts.
It's still better than being in New York, dude. And speaking of dumbasses, I was in Bluffton, Indiana, maybe 2 weeks ago, dropping off a delivery. I can't remember the name of the company, but Bluffton's not too big of a place. Those folks there are racist assholes.
Oh, you calling out Bluffton Township?
Yeah, Bluffton, Indiana. Now,
I'm calling out Marion, North Carolina for being racist as fuck, too.
There are the parts of Indiana that we were at.
No, other parts in NC, other parts in North Carolina and South Carolina, racist as shit. Yep.
Well, it's all
other parts. The other parts of Indiana were pretty decent, but Bluffton in particular. I went to go drop off this delivery. There were 4 pasty, disgustingly fat, sweaty pieces of shit.
I swear they're always
behind
fat.
This glass. They're always fat pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Fat or missing.
They see me walk into the place. They look me right in my fucking face and go right back. Now, I got that look that if you're black and you've been around racist people, there's a look you get.
Mm-hmm.
Even my wife, who doesn't even pay attention to this kind of shit, while we were in Bluffton, she's like, wow, I can't help but feel uncomfortable at the way people are looking at us. And I was like, yeah. Welcome to being a nigga in the United States. Because this is every day for us.
One of my mom's friends went in a store down in a gas station down in Marion, North Carolina. Apparently this lady, like 2 people behind him in line, was like, I'm sick and tired of all these fucking niggers in this store.
Thankfully, the pasty motherfuckers.
Sorry, YouTube.
Thankfully, the pasty motherfuckers I encounter, they're not brave enough to say those words to my face.
Yeah.
They'll give me the look. They'll give me the attitude, but they'll never be brave enough to say that to my face. Because unlike most of the niggas
if you were 30 years older, that'd be a different story. But you're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
Scared.
Most of the black folks that grew up in, whether it be Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, their ancestors going on down were raised to be fearful of white folk. I wasn't brought up that way.
Nope.
That's what
if you ever notice when you're out in public, if a white person is walking down your path, they won't move because they expect you to move.
Yeah. That was my biggest thing, Al. up there.
I'm that nigga you don't want to test that with. Because I've plowed through you. I've plowed through folks, whether it be with my fucking shoulder, my fucking shopping cart, or my fucking fist. If you think I'm that kind of nigga that's gonna look down, look away, walk away, nah, you pasty motherfucker. No.
Yeah, we ain't growing.
On top of those pasty motherfuckers being pieces of shit, the security guard, like that's where it all first started. The second she saw me, like she was laughing and hollering with this other pasty white motherfucker. The second she saw me get off my truck, all that stopped. The face was like, here we go. So she turned me away because I was early. She says, you got to come back at the scheduled time, right? So I come back at the scheduled time. I see her again hooting and hollering with another pasty motherfucker. The second she sees me show back up again, that face just comes right on back.
Okay.
So you know me, I'm extremely combative and confrontational. So as soon as I go into her office, I was like, hey, I have a question. I said, this is my first time in Indiana. And I said, I can't help but notice. I said, are all the white people here racist pieces of shit?
Yeah.
She turned around, and I mean, her face, she's like, oh, no. She's like, oh, not me. She's like, oh, when I was in the Navy, I had a black battle buddy and blah, blah. She goes into this story about how she asked this black chick, oh, why don't you guys wash your hair every day? And then how the black chick asked her, well, why do you guys wash your hair every day? Like, well, for one, we know that white bitch wasn't washing her hair every day because most of those stink white bitches don't shower every day. So please shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Second, she's like, oh, I'm not racist, blah, blah. Then she goes into, I'm not racist, but I can't stand when these foreigners who can't speak English are making money in my country.
What? Now it's for racism.
I was going to say,
that you ain't racist?
She really...
I was like, oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, these foreigners come here. She's like, they don't even speak English. They just put their phone in my face, and I have to read what they're saying on Google Translate.
Well, she don't realize that that's racist, though?
I was like, oh, no. I said, you're not racist at all.
Maybe you're just not racist to certain races. That's what you're trying to say. You're not racist to all races. You're just racist. You're like racist light. Diet racist.
Diet racist.
To keep her from choking on her own foot. I was like, I said, you're not racist at all. I said, you know what? I can't stand those foreigners too. Those non-English speaking bastards. She's like, yeah, I wish they would just learn how to speak, my country's language.
You fed the fire.
Oh, you goddamn right I did. Talking about, I wish these motherfuckers would just learn how to speak English if they're going to work in my... I said, yeah, these fucking bastards. I said, you know what? I said, I really wish these white racists out here would just be brave and call me the N-word so I could stop their fucking face. And you should have seen how her face just went from what she was saying to like, oh shit. My wife, when I had to go back in there to go get my paperwork and shit, I went in there and I gave them time like, dude, they looked me in my face on 2 occasions. And it literally took me calling, the brokers that I deal with, working these loads. I was like, hey, dude. And I was standing right in front of the glass where those fat, pasty motherfuckers could hear me. I was like, hey, I've been standing out in this office for 10 minutes looking these motherfuckers right in their fucking face. And these piss, spoiled beef smelling motherfuckers are acting like they can't fucking see me. And the broker was like, oh shit, this nigga's fucking pissed. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I said, you know what? They're about to get a face full of warm fucking piss in about 2 minutes if they don't fucking give me my goddamn paperwork and send me on my way.
Get them.
God put my wife in my life for a reason. She is my earth angel. And she is here to save people like that from me. Because it would have started with warm piss to the face. And I'm not even going to say how the fuck it would have ended. But goddamn, she got me out of there. She got what the fuck we needed to get the fuck out of there. So as far as Bluffton, Indiana, I hope that entire town catches on fire and nobody makes it out.
That's the kind of shit that happens in those places.
Mm-hmm. Well, little small ass towns too. Yeah.
Yeah. And to your point,
those motherfuckers
about the Carolinas, man. Like that, I lived up there for about 5 years. That's why Matt's there. That's how I know Julian, et cetera, et cetera. that's what I really like. I went up there with the same feeling like you know what I mean? I grew up down here where we all equal, basically. Like, everybody talks shit about each other and there's segregation, sure. But as you guys know, outside of specific situations, I didn't really experience racism like that. It wasn't like that for me because I wasn't racist. I wasn't around racist people, and I never really got to see it in action except for like being locked up, right? But in the Carolinas, it was a different vibe. The white people in the Carolinas really don't like me because I'm too understanding, and you know what I mean? Like, they didn't really like me out there, and the majority of the black people you would meet out there were feared white people. They would get out of their way in the stores, and they would make sure that they weren't in the spot where they were going to go sit to eat and things like that. And I was like, man, I can't. Wow, like, you know what I mean?
Not me. I will knock your groceries out your fucking hand.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that wasn't there, but the point to it is this: it's ingrained. It's ingrained. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the people in those areas are descendants of slaves and descendants of slave owners. So these guys tend to act like fucking assholes all the time, and not treat you like they're better than you. Just know that they are, and that's how their attitude will come across and how they will treat you. I see it all the time. Same to me, because I don't act that way. You know what I mean? So they treated me the same way. That was how I got to taste it a little bit.
And for folks that hear me talk on here, the racism just not only came from white people as far as I was concerned. It was white people and dark-skinned people. Dark-skinned people treated me the same way white people did. So growing up, I got it from both sides. So I was always having to fight both sides.
Yeah.
You know, either I wasn't white enough or I wasn't black enough. So I had to show both sides that, hey, one, you know, make no mistake, I'm no tough guy, I'm no gangster, I'm none of those things. But I'm never going to allow you to disrespect my space and not pay for it. So growing up, because I wasn't a tough guy or a gangster, when push came to shove, I had to show those bastards that I was a fucking psychopath. So I'm probably responsible for why most schools nail down their furniture to the ground so that people don't make use of it. Because between that and fucking school books, like, dude, I made use of all that shit. And it was always between the white boys and the dark-skinned boys. But, you know, hey, with that being said, you know, fuck Bluffton, Indiana. That's all the time we have, folks. Thank you for joining us. If you've been watching, please like, subscribe, share. We deeply appreciate it.
Hello.
And if you're looking for any artwork, please check my nephew Nathaniel out. His information is in our description box. You know, again, signing off. I am Al, joined by Marcus, Rick. We thank Julian for joining us. Peace.